All right, just emailed you back about the chords, so everything looks good chord-wise. Still need the mode names added though. So I noticed something here. Like when I listened to it yesterday, like when you first sent it over, it sounded good. But now that I'm like starting to play through it, I'm noticing something. And let me change the setting here. So the goal was to make, you have the first thing and you have the right pattern. So that was exactly what I was thinking for that. Yes. So the idea was you move it down a full octave. That didn't happen. So, because you redo the entire thing a full octave. So with these three notes here, I'd like to start A, G, F. That's what it should have been down on the G string for that next line, A, G, F. But it looks like you started it on the B note there. So you change the pattern, and that's going to make this whole this idea a heck of a lot harder. Like, musically it sounds fine, but the idea is to be able to see common, or like be able to see easy to use shapes throughout this. So then going to this would be the next step. So that last note down here should be on the 5th fret. So you change the pattern actually. I didn't even notice that until I was gonna start playing the harmony. And I was like, wait a minute, that didn't end where I was expecting it. And then it looks like, yeah. So basically, we need to work on this a bit more. It sounded good. Because yeah, I just like hit play when you sent over the guitar profiles. Like, let me just listen to it, make sure it sounds good, and it sounded good. But now that I started playing through it and looking at what you had, yeah, we got to change some stuff. So it needs to be note for note, 100%, the same thing, just one octave lower right here. So it's not the same thing though. See, even when you go to the last line, that's not an octave of this either, like of this part. So remember, when we were doing this stuff, it's always the same group of notes, just in different octaves. So that's the goal here. It's got to be the same, 100% same notes, just a different octave. So gotta rework this number 1 here. All right, so let me start demonstrating number 2 then. Down at the 60. 1, 2 and a 3, 4 and a 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 1, 2 and a 3, and a 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. $160. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. $200. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Bad ending. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. $240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go back to do 180 for the repeats. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. right, number 3. $60. 1 and a 2 and a 3, 4. $120. 1, 2, 3, 4. $160. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 200. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. $240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. No. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. $180 for the repeats. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, number 4. Getting this tapping. So I'm just going to do it at the 240 because that is the goal speed to reach. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's see. So yeah, we're with the harmonic minor. Just getting familiar with the shapes, just playing through them. Putting on a backing track, an A harmonic minor backing track would be good. And any of the shapes would be appropriate. But yeah, looking up an A minor backing or A harmonic minor backing track or E Phrygian dominant would be 2 good choices. And we'll talk more about this stuff too, but basically, you know, you're just going up or taking all those G notes in your A minor scales, like all the modes in the key of C. So you get your A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. You just take that G and you raise it up that half step. That happens with all those modes. So anytime you have the G, you just got to raise it up. So instead of this, you have this. So, yeah, we'll get more and more into depth with it, but yeah, just play around with the scales, up and down, try it out with some backing tracks, and it sounds like you're already having fun with it, so good. All right, any questions come up, let me know, and I will see you again next week.